Hi, welcome to the fourth in our series on bush survival and managing in times of crisis. In this webinar, I'm going to look at how we communicate our plan. In our last webinar, I spoke about strategies or techniques for developing the plan. Now we're going to look at how we communicate the plan. And again, I'll put up some slides for you. So in terms of the plan, or the communications, there's 6 rules that I've put together around the content. The content needs to be based on facts, needs to be persuasive, needs to be concise, needs to be action focused, it needs to be delivered with confidence, and it needs to be empathetic in its delivery. Now, you might look at those 6 factors and say, it's all very well having those 6 factors, but how do you actually achieve that? And what I want to do now is show you a technique used by a number of bush survival people for communicating a strategic plan. I've given many of these orders myself. They work very, very effectively, and they certainly achieve those 6 objectives that I've set out for the content. So the method's called SMEAC, and it's taken from the military. It's used worldwide, this technique. And SMEAC stands for situation, mission, execution, administration and logistics, and command and signals. So I'm going to now work you through how to put together a communications for a strategic plan using SMEAC. Before I do that, however, I just want to talk about a key aspect of a set of SMEAC orders, and that is how the interaction with the listening audience is conducted. When you give a set of SMEAC orders, it's important to specify prior to giving your set of instructions that there is to be no interruptions or questions during the period that you're giving your instructions or your orders. You invite questions after the orders are completed, and then at that point you actually make sure that everybody has an opportunity to clarify and ask you questions. And also you use questions yourself to make sure people understand the orders. So no interruptions, no questions during the giving of the orders or the communicating of the orders, lots of questions after. So let's go through SMEAC and how you put SMEAC together. So the first thing is the situation. So you give a precise overview of the situation that the group is now facing, what's happening around them, what resources are available, anything to do with the situation. So they fully appreciate the situation that currently exists. The second thing you do is you set out a mission, and this is a very concise statement. Often it's a single sentence that covers basically the purpose and method, the outcome, the who, what, when and why of what you want to see achieved. It's a very, very concise statement that everybody can easily remember and everybody can easily recite. You then look at the execution, and this is where you get into the detail of actually how the plan is going to be undertaken. And often the plan is set out in a number of phases. There might be 3 phases. And what you're doing is you're explaining the objectives, the strategies, the tasks, the phasing and the timing. This is all the aspects of how the plan is going to be carried out. Who does what when. The next part is you look at administration and logistics. And this is all about the support to the plan, where people are going to get their water from, where they're going to get their food from, what are they going to be carrying, all these aspects that support the plan. Then you finally finish off with command and signals, and that's basically giving clarity around the chain of command, who's responsible for what, but also specifically reporting and when, how, and what different people need to report. So it's very, very clear. Then, having done that, there is one final thing that you may also wish to add to SMEAC, and that is a specific safety briefing, which may draw attention to specific safety items. Once you've done that, then you can ask for questions, and once you've done that and people's questions have been exhausted, then you can, you should ask questions of them to make sure that they understand your plan. So look, hopefully again that's been of value to you. SMEAC is incredibly powerful. It's a technique used in bush survival to sit down with a group and set out a strategic plan. I think that this approach would be also ideal inside business, and hopefully it might help you. So look, again, I hope you have a great day. I've got one more webinar I want to do, and it's on leadership, and that will conclude our series on bush survival and managing in times of crisis. Until then, see you later. Bye.